arrived in BoraBora from Papeete, and the approach is really gorgeous. There's a central island with a lagoon and then smaller islands around. Very lush green and an incredible mountain right in the middle. It's a tender port, so we took the tenders on over to the dock where we were greeted by typical tour operators and some local music. We decided we'd hop on a round the island bus and see the sights. First stop was the local tie-dye shop. They make some beautiful sarongs. We'd been there previously. It doesn't change very much over time, but they do make some pretty cool things with their tie-dye process. And Sherry did get a sarong and was taught how to tie them properly.
You can drag me around.
Yeah, I like that.
Then we climbed up the road into the mountains a little bit, got wonderful views of the surrounding water as well as the mountain peak itself, and then we returned for the round the world excursion event. Little did we know that this would turn into the BoraBora Disaster. This was to be a Polynesian feast as well as a kind of a cultural event, but picnic tables were set into the water. We sat down and then it happened. Into the drink we went, cameras and all, and both Drew's and my cameras were wrecked. Such is life around the water, and it was on to American Samoa. Our excursion was a bus tour around the island. We stopped at the marine education exhibit. It had a pretty cool science sphere where they projected material onto the sphere. Then we went on to $2 Beach, which is really $5 Beach. Tide was low. The beach was okay. Slightly overpriced drinks there. Nothing really to write home about. American Samoa has a very large tuna processing industry. We saw Samoa Tuna Processing and the Starkist factory. And then it was time to depart. Fiji has a history of cannibalism, which they play into quite a bit. Suva had the typical junk shops as well as some American culture. And we did a little bit of shopping while we were there, and then it was on to Lautoka.
Going to get dirty.
Yeah, so what is this?
We're going to a Fijian mud bath.
All right, and where are we?
Lautoka, Fiji. Lautoka, Fiji.
Fabulous. And what day is today?
Valentine's Day and our anniversary. Happy anniversary.
We headed off by bus from Lautoka through the green countryside to a small village where we were greeted with the typical Kava ceremony of welcome and then the mud. The village has a hot spring that they use to put volcanic soil to create the mud and also to create kind of a hot tub for rinsing off and cleaning up and invigorating people. That was followed by a relaxing massage in the meeting house. The village gave us a farewell serenade as we all gathered in the meeting house, and then we boarded the bus and headed back to the port.
So where are we, baby?
Vanuatu.
It's hot.
Vanuatu. It's hot and sticky.
Vanuatu seemed fairly poor. It was a green area. Getting off the boat, you ran through a labyrinth of little shops selling handicrafts and textile materials.
Your hat with dreadlocks.
Market had an incredible selection of vegetables and fruits, very amazing. Everywhere you went, somebody was continually asking you whether you want a taxi or a ride somewhere. That got kind of annoying after a period of time.
We're close to that whistle blowing. Country Fair 2017 will begin in just a few moments.
After leaving Vanuatu, we had the country fair on board, which was a lot of fun. Simple little games, collecting tickets for a raffle at the end.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So the rain is following us all across the Pacific, huh?
Yes.
So, sweetheart, where are we?
New Caledonia.
Ah, cool. Waiting for the hop on, hop off.
In contrast, New Caledonia seemed incredibly wealthy. Well-manufactured housing, the roads were in good shape, people were very nice, and it was very beautiful, although the weather didn't really cooperate very well. We viewed some gun placements from the Second World War. They were located over areas where there were cuts in the reef that allowed shipping to come in. As part of a shore excursion, we did have a sampling of French wine, since New Caledonia is a French area, and had that at a local hotel, which was quite beautiful. Again, just wish the sun was out. That ends this episode of our grand adventure around the world. Stay tuned and follow us on the next one. Bye.